Okay. Hello, hello. This will be a very interesting start to this video. I actually was waiting around for the Once Human update. We're gonna have an update for the next phase of the game, but they are having current issues at the moment. So, in order to skip over that, I think we are simply going to record a video instead. And that way I can have something recorded for, this week. That was my deviant. Don't know. This is the game Once Human, released very recently, and I've been playing it for a bit now. I say for a bit, like my, level 34, but either way, I am simply going to travel over to what they have effectively are dungeons in this game. I think I'm gonna run that, run another dungeon, and maybe do a boss. And that will be the content for today's video. So hope you enjoy and follow me as I travel the lands and battle mysterious deviations and whatnot. Alright, see you when I get there. And here we are. That was quite the journey, to say the least, but I got here. What I'm gonna do here is probably just ramble a bit and kind of just go over the game and what I've played so far and how I'm liking it and whatnot. Sorry, having to clear my throat a bit here. You ever get that thing where like you eat food, especially like warm or hot food, not so much like spicy, but more so. Oh, interesting. I never noticed there was a staircase here. More so just in temperature. It like heats up your sinuses and causes you to have a bit of mucus. Which I know it sounds gross, but still. Anyway, this was one of the first silos that the game, I think, let you come across. It's a level 15 silo. Kind of very much so overpowered for this area at the moment. Oh, it just donked him in the face. Did I not reload there? There we go. This silo was actually really difficult to take on the first time I come across it. Especially these guys up top. They are quite the pain to deal with, but now, not so much. Being pretty much over double would be recommended level. Kind of helps with that, you know? I will say though, in terms of just gunplay and just overall like combat, definitely is the game's kind of like more for that. But one thing I kind of wish was more possible, as you can see, I can toggle into kind of like a first person, but only when I aim down sights. Something I wish they had implemented in this game to like be more out. I thought I could. Yeah, because this game looks great in first person. Like I wouldn't mind this having like a first person experience, but again, I guess it's meant to be more of a third person ordeal. Still though, I do like the fact that it at least lets you do this, because it's a really great work though. Yeah, let me open it. Every now and then I have this weird lag with trying to open chests. Could be a server thing, could be a replay. Not really sure. As I was saying, this is one of the like first silos they essentially let you come across. Outside of this, there's another. I think there's like one other one. There's meant to be more, but as I said earlier, second phase of this game is not out yet. It was meant to come out about like an hour ago now, but it seems they are having technical difficulties, to say the least. It has not seemed to release. At least, maybe they're trying to push it out, but servers and whatnot, I do expect it to come at some point. And I kind of hope it doesn't, like a server doesn't like shut down for maintenance or what have you in the middle of this recording. If it does, we'll just be back with, the second phase, I guess, and I'll see what I can get up to then. But at the very least, I want to get through this, kind of entry level silo first. Now, this next part is actually quite interesting. I do have a bow on me, and I do have the ability to use like kind of stealthy tactics, and I have done that before in trying to grind this silo. As you can see, when you enter this room, this guy has his back turned, that guy is like, you know, overlooking. You can kind of like take this guy out and take that guy out. Surprisingly enough, because, you know, this guy didn't feel like, feel the vision of you know, like he can see him, and you can still kind of like get a nice stealth kill on him. I would demonstrate that here, but I kind of don't feel like it, so we are just going to take the old-fashioned route. Let's spray and pray. I spray, they pray. My weapon here actually has an interesting attribute. I guess it's supposed to be like a icy, frozen kind of weather effect. As you can see, it makes these like spirals and little like zones on the ground. And if there are multiple enemies like standing in that area, it does affect them, which I find really nice. I actually think there is something up here. Actually, hold on. Before that, let me check something, because this also is a mechanic of these silos that I don't actually think I have it on me. Well, I do. Okay, so if you see here, what I'm assuming going forward, since this has been in the first like 2 silos you're allowed to access in the game this far, and what I'm assuming is just going to be is this mechanic where you can basically access these kind of like elevators, which are basically side paths to access content, or kind of like a deviated area that is like supposed to be separated off from the main silo that you go through. And actually, I might just showcase that. Why not? V3 access cards, or these access cards, are typically pretty easy to come across, actually. You know, if you know where to go for like the soldiers here in this base, they're called Rosetta soldiers. I actually have a location that I placed my base to next to that has an area where I can essentially farm the guys. So yeah, Secret Zone KT 270 or 2701-3. It's like this kiddie playpen area. Basically, I guess the story of this game, or the overall game, kind of like overall vibe is supposed to be everything is kind of like been warped reality-wise due to some sort of event known as Starfall, and deviations that view are basically like, you know, shows you like warps in reality and causes stuff like this to happen, where, you know, what I imagine is like a normal room in the real world. Okay, party along, we have to like activate this, charge it up, and get started here. What I imagine is like a normal place in the real world. Actually, this mechanic reminds me a lot. If you ever know anything about the Evil Within games, this reminds me of that. You know, kind of like a warped mind space that's very different but similar to what's actually going on in the real world. And so I guess this area was at one point probably like an actual the playground. Welcome the playground. Welcome to playground. Maybe that's, you know, meant to be something, but basically gonna sit here and charge up this thing until like a boss shows up, and then once it's finished charging, you win this little area and you get extra loot. So instead of just finishing the overall main silo, you can actually do this on the side and get like basically double the loot. Mainly as long as you're, you know, taking the appropriate time to explore. And oh my god, oh, I'm dying. I forget, after those guys explode, they have an unfortunate thing where they leave behind this very like toxic goo, basically. Ooh, the recoil on this SMG is ow. Also, these guys, like these skinnier deviations, tend to throw stuff at you. Not expecting them to. I find the more aerial kind of creatures be far more annoying than the ground ones. Mainly because, like, I get so tunnel visioned in fighting what's in front of me that I kind of forget to look up during fights. I always wonder where I'm taking like extra damage. That's because they're flying above me. Yeah, movement and just stability to like dodge and move and reload all at the same time. And, you know, gunplay, feeling the guns. Very good for this game. I will say that. I do have a lot of fun with it. This is indeed a lower tier area, but it can get very overwhelming pretty, oh my god, I hate that. Pretty quickly if you're not careful due to the just sheer amount of enemies that there actually are. We're just gonna heal up real quick. There we go. Alright, 75%. So right about now is when I guess kind of like a big bad monster spawns. I think it's supposed to show up right before. Okay, well game actually ended up crashing on me there, so I just basically ran back here and got to basically back to where we were. So alrighty. Anything else spawning? Question mark? Certainly is. Oh, there we go. Now, one thing I do wish is that the effect wasn't static. I think that's when burn is kind of a better ordeal for these kind of things. Uh-oh. Nope. Here is the big bad for this portion. I'm gonna pull out this LMG I've been saving. LMG is just gonna basically guarantee this goes by pad smoother due to the amount of enemies that charge at you and how much damage I can basically output. That was rude. I hate the little explosive ones because they're fast and they tend to hello? Whoa, what was that? I don't think I let that happen quite yet, but it's like a long just spamming attack it does. This boss in particular is actually found in the other silo, but it's like the main end boss. It isn't like a side thing as it is shown here. As you can see, all the monsters are turning into toys because, you know, basically everything is warped and offset, so basically causes your average would-be like stuffed animal to turn into some hideous creature. At least that's my understanding. And you know, when they're killed, they turn back. Yeah, that explodes. Okay, well done. Now we can enjoy some cherished childhood memories, right, Mr. Wish? Okay. And that consists of the side portion of the game. Got a sniper out of it. Not the best kind of sniper, but can I actually? Oh, of course not. For a second, my brain was telling me to see if I could summon my bicycle. It's the vehicle I use in the game that helps transport you around. You can actually summon it anywhere in the world, but of course you can't do that in dungeons, so I don't know why I tried. Alright, let me check. Okay, let's keep going. And here is the final area. I never really go that way. I don't even know if there's anything over there. I think it's just decorative, but I think when I initially did this fight, I almost unfortunately never ow. Well, that would be why. Yeah, you can run a lot further. Okay. SMG is gonna be better here. My LMG is a higher would-be variant, so it doesn't hit that well against these more humanoid enemies. It doesn't have that frost effect, which is oh so nice. Like when you defeat the main like entity or boss in this game, in the end of these dungeons, and all the other smaller enemies tend to die with him. I feel like that's a quality of life thing that I don't really see a lot of the games. Usually, you know, you kill this guy and then there's a bajillion menus left that you either have to like leave in the area or deal with after the fact. Uh-oh, why can I not sprint? Oh, I'm too heavy. Somehow, some way, I have garnered too much loot. That was that dungeon complete. We fought the Rosetta in their little silo. Securement Silo Sigma. It's on normal difficulty. I'm certain it would be a lot worse on any other difficulty, but that is that. So we will now be moving to another silo. I hope to see you there. Alright, well, that was a bit of a hectic journey to get here, but we are here. This is Silo 5, or I think it was the other one, and this is the one that's comes a bit later in the phase, a bit later stage of the game. But I am also out of this area now, so let us begin. Now there is, again, another side area. I'm not so certain I want to show the side area off for this one. A, it'll slow me down, and B, it's not really too noteworthy, but I feel like I'm still somewhat obligated to do so, just from a gaming standpoint. There is a crate here. Besides that, I usually typically open this door. First I take him out. Can't tell, I've done this quite a bit. That, oh, pick something up rather than shooting what I wanted to do. Usually Wilson. Not dying. Also swapped over my SMG and made more ammo for it. Simply because, there's melee in the game as well. Swapped the SMG because I just wasn't liking how the other one was performing. Given the stats of it. Kind of with these things and how I have like a weird, almost teleportation like ability. I don't really see them use it very often, but also I don't really see them live long enough to really do much about it typically. Because, you know, I'm killing them. In this section, there is a... Oh, where is he? There he is. Those are very annoying to deal with, so I typically kill them all for it. Anybody decided yet? Thought I have a straggler too. I want to open this. Oh, am I gonna get it? Yep. Nice. Nice bit of material to take back to the home base. Grab you. Don't know, stepping in this stuff gives you kind of like this debuff slash weakness slash overall effect. I forget what it's called. It's basically an insanity meter, and how it works is that higher your insanity meter is, the lower your overall health is. So, as you can see there at the bottom, my health is slowly draining away without taking damage, and that is because of this area, and mostly just kind of like black goo on the ground. Now, this is interesting because I think one of those. This chest actually doesn't spawn here every single time. It's on a certain period. Anything in the game, especially come loot-wise, usually is takes periods for it to respawn. And so, last 2 times I did this. Ooh, tier 3 purple helmet, agent helmet. I actually might check that out. See if it's better than the beret I have on. Grab the access card from that over there. We're gonna actually open this door. But we are not going that way. We're going this way. This is that side area, much like the first silo you saw there with the children's playpen area. This one, to me personally, I've done it a few times now, and it's not as impressive because you can, you know, blow through it a lot quicker than you can in that other one, and it just doesn't feel as expired. I don't know. This whole silo just, it's a higher level with higher level enemies, but this and the overall just vibe of this place just doesn't hit the same. It's like how I felt going into like the first instance. Oh, actually. Oh, crazy lady. Yes, hello. You belong dolls in the cabinet. Okay. We're actually not gonna mess with our sanity meter right now. We could cure it. We have these things called sanity gummies. Basically heals that kind of debuff to your health bar. But I'm actually not going to utilize it purely because... Oh, come on, open. There we go. I don't think I'll be taking enough damage for it to simply matter. Yeah, okay, so she spawns in the middle here. And nearly just one click for everybody. Do that. Take care of that. So basically kill her and that door opens. And then this area is done for. You just walk through here and then bada bing bada boom. Very, very quick once you understand the mechanics behind it. And you actually have a, you know, gun to, you know, mow her down with. Interesting. Blue tiger. Oh well. And back we go, so. Indeed, it's very short. And it's kind of bittersweet, in my opinion. Wish it was longer and wish maybe she had like different phases or she was a bigger boss. Something along those lines. Because I remember the first time I actually did this silo, I just plowed right past her, and I actually went there first. I went this way first, thinking that this was going to lead to the end of the would-be like dungeon layout. It actually wasn't. I actually went the wrong way and ended up in the side area because, you know, some I guess are gonna have the ability to use access cards to get to, and some are just gonna be open like that is. You know, we'll see how it shakes out in the grand scheme of the would-be. Actually, oh, I'm gonna eat. Cover some of that, so I'm gonna actually take one of these. And then heal up a little bit. Just a bit of prep before we step into the next area. But I was saying, I actually went that way by accident and discovered her. And even then, when I was pretty much about the level that it recommends you be for this silo, I blew right past her, and I was confused on why the game wasn't letting me advance further than that. Mainly because I wasn't meant to go that way, but, you know, I still wish that, it didn't feel so much as easy, if that makes sense. And it felt very, very much so, like, very little challenge in, approaching this area. Approaching that area, I mean. This area too, to some extent, but again, this feels more like the small enemies that are around are the problem instead of the main big bad here, as we can see. And they're dead just like that, so again, goes by a lot slower when you're, you know, at the level they recommend or below. But even then, it's still a very quick, you know, get in, get out, claim your loot, grab the stuff. Actually should grab this first before anything. I don't know if this will like despawn. I don't think it will. Got a wrench. Alright. Pretty semi-decent loot. A lot better than the first silo, obviously, but we're gonna loot up here and we are going to leave. Jump over this, jump up here. Probably cut this bit out because, you know, nobody wants to watch me loot. Alright, and that was that silo. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to swap over to some closing statements now. Okay, so that was Once Human. I'm having a great time with this game so far. I am hopeful for the release of the second phase. Again, it was meant to come out today, but seems like they're having some sort of technical issue. So, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and thank you for watching. And see you next time. Bye bye. See ya.